But that which ye have already hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. And I will give him the morning star. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches.
Shalom, shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Secondly, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth in righteousness and in sincerity. And third of all, I want to give salutations to the hopeful elect that's out on the highways and byways and across the four corners of the earth, preaching and teaching this word so that we can get out of this wicked kingdom. And the title of this video is going to be YAHAWASHI is the true vine. The reason I titled this video, and the reason that I'm making this video is just to give a emphasis on, YAHAWASHI and how he's the source of our prosperity here. He's given us everything we need to thrive and, give fruit, and, bear much fruit. He's the true vine. So I'm gonna start this video off with John 15:1 on down. It reads, John 15:1, I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit. Now, I'm going to pause right there right quick, and I'm going to get husbandman right fast. Let me read it again first. I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. So let's get that word husbandman. It says, a husbandman, tiller of the soil, a vine dresser. So the Father, YAHAWASHI's Father, he's the vine dresser. He's making sure everything is going how it's supposed to be going with the vine and the fruit. He's making sure all parts of the vine are operating how they're supposed to, and any part of the vine that's not operating how it's supposed to, he gets rid of it so that more can grow that's actually beneficial. And that's what it says in number 2. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away, and every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit. And we are the branches, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, we are, the branches, and YAHAWASHI is the vine. And all of the branches that does not bear fruit, the Father, he purgeth them away. He takes them out of this truth. He takes them out of the word of, Yahweh Bahashem YAHAWASHI. And he either, pollutes their minds with, he allows their minds to be polluted with different, spirits, or, he puts them to death. However he wills it, No man knows the thoughts of the Lord. So I'm going to continue on number 2. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit. Now I'm going to get that word purgeth. This is purgeth. To cleanse of filth and purity. To prune trees and vines from useless shoots. Medath, from guilt to expate. I think that's how you pronounce that word. But the moral is Yahweh, Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi, but Yahweh, he's cleansing the vine, which is Yahawashi, from all of the useless shoots, from all of the impurity. And when it comes to the fruit that bears fruit, the vines that bear fruit, Yahawashi, Yahweh, he purgeth them, which means he cleanses them of filth and impurity. And he does that through the word, through this truth. When you receive this truth, and Yahawashi and Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi is working with you, the word, it cleanses you of all of your filth. So, over time, you just continue to continue to get purged from all of the filth that you receive from this world. And then eventually you begin to bring, forth more fruit, like it says at the end. And this is number 3 right here. Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. Like I was just saying, this word, it cleans you. It cleanses you out, from all of the impurities of this world. Abide in me, and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine. No more can ye, except ye abide in me. We can't bear fruit without Yahawashi. We have to go through Yahawashi and rely on him, and use what he gave us in order to bear righteous fruit, to actually bear fruit. Because if we're not going through Yahawashi, everything we're doing is in vain. We're not actually doing the will of the Heavenly Father, which means, we're not bearing fruit. And this is number 5. I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me, ye can do nothing. We are powerless and insignificant without Yahawashi. We can't do anything in this world of true value and, worth without Yahawashi. Because the only thing that matters is this word, this truth, and bringing forth the elect, bringing forth fruit, the 2/3, bringing everybody into the fold, bearing much fruit. That's all that matters. So if we don't rely on Yahawashi, we can't do that, which means we can do nothing. Number 6, if a man abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch and is withered, and men gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned. If a tree branch falls off of the tree, that's firewood. Eventually you could go in your backyard, you see a whole bunch of branches, you could use that as firewood. I know I have in the past a lot. You don't even really, worry about those branches. They're insignificant now. They're just fuel for the fire. And, the real fire is the fire of the Lord's, anger, his fury, his jealousy. And, these branches that are useless and cast off, they're going to be burnt up in the Lord's wrath, in this judgment that's coming. And I'm going to start at 7. It says, if ye abide in me, and my words abide in you, ye shall ask what ye will, and it shall be done unto you. The Lord got us. Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi, he's protecting and watching over his people, his children, those who serve him in truth and in sincerity, in meekness. And, he's watching over, So if we're truly serving him, we truly seek him, we truly want to be righteous, whatever we ask, he's going to provide however he sees fit. It's not always going to happen how we want it to happen and when we want it to happen, but how the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi, sees it fit. So this is number 8. Herein is my Father glorified, that ye bear much fruit, so shall ye be my disciples. A disciple is like, a learner, We're learning from Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi, So like when we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, we're seeking the Lord, we're abiding in the Lord. Let me get that word abide right quick. Where is it? Oh, here it goes. It says to remain, to abide, in reference to place, to sojourn, tarry, not to depart, to continue, to be present, to be held, kept continually, in reference to time, to continue to be, to not perish, to last, endure, of persons to survive, live, in reference to state or condition, to remain as one, not become another or different, to wait for, await one. So when we come into this truth, and the Lord gives us this, word, this truth, he wants us to abide in it, because when we abide in it, we get all of the benefits of it, We're able to work through the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi, and he blesses us and gives us what he knows we need, and what we seek for, how he sees fit. But us abiding in him is us, not departing from him, like the definition said, us not being different. When you come into this truth, you can't change and go back into the world. Because if you do, you become that fallen branch that is cast into the fire. So, as 8 says, herein is my Father glorified, that ye bear much fruit. When we bear much fruit, bringing more people into the flock, that's the Father being glorified, because this is his will, and we're preaching his name and praising him and doing what he, told us to do. Therefore, we're glorifying him. So shall you be my disciples, We're going to continue to learn, and to grow in this thing because we're abiding in the Lord. This is number 9. As the Father hath loved me, so have I loved you. Continue ye in my love. If ye keep my commandments, ye shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandments, and abide in his love. These things have I spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you, and that your joy might be full. So this whole, this truth, all of the things that the Lord is, giving us through the Spirit, the signs, all of the revelations, all of these things, this word is all meant to give us joy in this darkness that we're living in, to give us peace. These commandments, they benefit us. There's not one commandment that's not beneficial to us. So when we follow them to the best of our ability, we feel the love of the Lord, because the commandments are, a loving thing, Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. But, the commandments are, filled with love. They were only given to us because the Lord loves us and he wanted us to be separate. Now I'm going to get John 14:6. It says, Yahawashi saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. So we can't get to Yahweh without Yahawashi. We have to go through Yahawashi first, We have to go through, the laws, statutes, and commandments. We can't keep them perfectly But, we try our best. We have to pray and, follow the guidelines that YAHAWASHI gave us, which is us going through YAHAWASHI. When we follow his guidelines, we believe in him, and we accept him, and, we live by him to the best of our ability. That's us going through him. And, naturally, that leads us to go, to the Father, because when we serve YAHAWASHI, the Son, we therefore serve the Father also, So it's all hand in hand. So we can't get to the Father without coming to the Son, which is YAHAWASHI. And then I'm going to get John 8 and 12. This is John 8 and 12. It reads, "Then spake YAHAWASHI again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life." This world is dark. This world was given unto the hand of the wicked. So this world is nothing but darkness. And YAHAWASHI, he's the light of it. So if you have a room full of darkness and then you plug in, the brightest night light ever, that's YAHAWASHI, He's lighting up the darkness, But the darkness will still remain because the darkness was given to the world is dark right now. The workers of darkness, they're ruling the world right now. So the world is dark, but YAHAWASHI is our light. And if we follow him, we take in his light, which means we become that night light also. If you're a night light, there's no darkness around you, So that's why we must abide in the, YAHAWASHI, We must abide in that vine so that, Yahweh can purge out, all of the filth that's within us, that we may bring forth much fruit. So I'm also going to grab 1 Peter 2 and 9. It reads, "But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should shew forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light." We were called out of darkness, brothers. Before we got introduced to this truth by Yahweh Bahashim YAHAWASHI, got brought back to this truth, we were walking in all manners of darkness, doing all manners of dark works. No matter how it felt to us, no matter what we thought, it was darkness because it wasn't of Yahweh Bahashim YAHAWASHI. Anything that is not of Yahweh Bahashim YAHAWASHI is of this world, and this world is nothing but pure wickedness. So it says, "But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people." Let me grab some of those words. A peculiar. It says, wait, let me grab it. Let me grab it on Google. Strange or odd, unusual. It says strange, unusual, odd, funny, curious, bizarre, weird, uncanny, queer, unexpected, unfamiliar, abnormal. These words are what the Lord, made us to be, because we're different from this world. We're strange to this world. We're odd. The way that we live, the way that we move, it's odd to this world. The things that we say, it's odd to this world, It's abnormal. It's different, baffling, That's another definition. All of these definitions, you know, are what we are to this world, you know? We're different. And that's how the Lord wanted it to be. Because we're not supposed to be like this world. This world is nothing but wickedness. We're a holy nation, you know? Most holy thing, a saint, you know? We are, you know, special to the Lord. We're holy, you know? The Lord wants us to be, you know, his saints, you know? We're not going to be perfect because we're in this sinful flesh, but sooner than later, the Lord shall perfect us. You know, it's on the horizon. The Lord is building up his, you know, people for what's to come. First the destruction, the judgment, and then the salvation, the glory. And I'm also going to grab Romans 12 right fast. This is Romans 12 and 1. I beseech you, brethren. I'm at Salakia. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but think soberly according as God hath dealt to every man the measure of faith. So, you know, the Lord, he wants us to be transformed by this word. He doesn't want us to, you know, be living the same ways and, you know, doing the same things, having the same thought patterns as we did before we got introduced to this truth. The Lord wants us to become a new creature, you know. The Lord wants us to become truly reborn by, you know, this word, by the renewing of our mind. It says that ye may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God. That's the only way we can do those things, is by being transformed. And number 3, you know, it says we're not supposed to think too highly of ourselves, you know, being prideful because we get this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You know, we're supposed to stay humble and meek and lowly, you know, so that the Lord can continue to work with us and deal with us. This is not our kingdom, you know. We're never going to be on top and, you know, ruling in this kingdom. That's why it's important to stay humble here. Because this is, you know, this is our humble time. We're going to rule soon, but this is the time for us to be humble and serve the Lord, you know, in humbleness. You know, the Lord wants us to think soberly, like it says in number 3, you know. He wants us to be, you know, soberly minded so that we can understand where we are in this world right now, what our position is, what role we have to play, and, you know, what it is to be, you know, a true servant in YAHAWASHI. Because the only way you can truly know that is by thinking soberly. And then I'm going to get Matthew 11. I think I'm going to close it off on that. This is Matthew 11 and 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden. I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me. For I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. This is red letter, by the way. It's not red letter on here, but you know, in the true, you know, the paper Bible is red letter. So this is YAHAWASHI speaking. He's saying, come unto him, you know, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, you know, all of them that are laboring for Yahweh Bahashim YAHAWASHI, so that he can give us rest. This word, it gives us, you know, a spiritual sense of peace, you know. It gives our soul rest. YAHAWASHI, Yahweh Bahashim YAHAWASHI, he's going to give us complete rest soon, and that's going to be in the kingdom. But this word, while we're in this world, this word gives us a sense of, you know, comfortability, you know. It gives us, you know, a sense of security, because we understand why we're here and where we're going. We understand, you know, what this world is, and, you know, we understand basically, you know, there's no fear. We should not have any fear here, because Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi is going to protect us. Some people will be martyrs for this truth, you know, but that's the honorable way to go. That's extremely honorable. So there's no fear that you should ever have when you get brought to this truth. And that gives you a sense of peace and rest in your soul. Because there's nothing that, when you're abiding in this truth, there's nothing truly that can throw your soul out of, you know, this peace and this rest that this truth gives you. There's nothing, because everything outside of this truth is nothing but lies and deceit and, you know, just folly. And none of that stuff has an effect on Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi. None of that stuff has an effect on this truth. Number 29 says, take my yoke upon you and learn of me. You know, the yoke is, you know, this word, you know, serving the Lord, you know, doing what he, you know, commanded us to do. Because in this world, you know, it's a hard thing to do. You know, this world, you know, it can make it difficult. But Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi, he makes it easy. He makes it easier. You know, the spirit that Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi, you know, the spirit that is put on us, it's able to overcome everything that we go through. That's why it says, you know, in 30, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi, you know, they're guiding us through this thing. We are being guided to the finish line. All we have to do is have faith and continue to push. Because they can't just put us on a, you know, drive us like an Uber driver all the way there. No. You know, we got to steer that wheel too. You know, we got to do what we supposed to be doing. And I'm speaking to myself as well. Number 29 says, take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi is going to give us rest. We can't rest right now, but we're going to rest. And with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. And I want to give salutations to the hopeful elect who taught me this truth in righteousness and in sincerity. And with that, I want to give a hearty shalom to all of the Akim that's out there laboring. Keep up the faith, brothers. Shalom.